Thanks for joining me for Gentle Yoga Happy Hour. We're going to start actually in a seated position and start making little circles in the spine. I've been into this movement this week. Sufi grinds, some people call them. And then we'll move into a little breath centering and then physical movement. Okay, so let your eyes soften and close and just begin to circle the spine. Doesn't matter what direction you choose because we'll switch. And really notice if you can bring your ribcage forward and then your ribcage over to one side and then curl tailbone under and ribcage over to the other. Notice if you're moving from your head, let your head and neck go. Let the movement come from the center of the body. And then finally, notice your breath. So if the breath isn't fluid, give yourself a goal. Example, inhale while you come forward, and you could exhale while you curve back. Okay, we'll take 2 more cycles in this direction. Go as fast or slow as you wish. And as you finish off this next cycle, pause and just switch directions. You might need to start off a little slower if you gain speed. Be very curious about the sides of the body. Try not to rush that side space. Really enjoy. And it's okay to kind of rock around on the pelvis. That's normal. Let the head and neck go. Enjoy a few more really deep breaths. Moving breath and movement. Melding breath and movement, right? Bringing them together. And come back to center. You can almost feel a little bit of that movement retained. Bring your thumb and index finger together, or palms down or palms up, right? Your choice always. Let your eyes soften. And it's okay if you feel a little bit of that fluid energy, a little bit of that movement in and out of the spine. You can keep it there. And begin to enjoy your breath now. Allow that breath that you just noticed in physical movement, allow that breath to feel like it's still moving through your body, connecting you to the innermost part of you. Notice your inhale. Allow the breath to rise all the way up the spine. Imagine it clears out the head, the skull, and as you exhale, feel a grounding, a centering in the pelvis. Again, a little bit of movement is completely fine. Draw your next inhale even deeper in. See if you can slow down the inhale. Stretch it out. Savor that breath. See if you can visualize the rib cage like a telescope. Like you're expanding that telescope so gently the rib cage grows longer. As you exhale, remind the shoulder blades to relax down away from the ears. And now begin to count your inhale. Well, the next minute of deep breathing we'll do with an even count. So just count what your natural inhale is, 5, 7, 10. And without changing anything, match your exhale to your inhale. And continue with this cycle, 2 to 3 more breath cycles, retaining your natural inhale count. And on your next cycle, if you feel like you want to stretch out the inhale and exhale, do so. So if you're counting to 10, try doing 12. If you're counting to 5, try doing 7. See if that brings a little more deeper of an awareness to your inner self, the inner cycle of your mind, your breath, and your body. At the end of this next inhale, so at the top of the inhale, I'd like you to pause now and hold the breath. And then exhale, match the exhale to your inhale. And at the very base of the exhale, pause and hold this sense of emptiness, no breath. Continue like this for 2 more cycles, last 2 cycles. So inhale to your count. Pause and hold the breath, 2, 3 beats. And then exhale to your count. and feel that feeling of emptiness. Pause and hold on that feeling of emptiness, 2 to 3 beats. One more cycle of breath. And as you finish off this next exhale, take your time, drop your chin down, blink your eyes open, and then lift your head back up. All right, okay, let's come on to hands and knees. Some cat and cow. Nice and simple, 3 full rounds. Inhale, open the chest, open the heart. Exhale and curl. We're gonna do a lunar flow today, inspired by one of my teachers, Shiva Ray. And so it's very fluid, it's very grounding. And we just had a full moon, a super moon, so it's timely with the moon. On your next inhale, open your knees a little wider, Anahata Asana, or puppy dog pose. Anahata meaning the heart, so the heart melts down to the ground. The arms are long. If possible, place the forehead on the ground. And then gently stretch from especially the elbows, if the elbows are down, or the fingertips all the way up to the hips. Lift the pubic bone slightly. One more breath. And then lift your head, slide your hands forward. You're still on your forearms, and just come onto the belly, Sphinx pose. Also nice and simple. Keep energy in the forearms, but don't press so much that you feel like you're shortening the low back. Okay, so to do that, we'll go really slow this first round. Tuck your toes under and engage the kneecaps, engage the quads, and then untuck the toes, keeping those legs engaged. Take one more breath. Exhale, lower the head back down. Reach your arms forward, palms in prayer pose. And just take a moment stretching. Forehead down. Palms gently press. And then release the hands around the shoulders. Come into a low fingertip cobra. Elbows are wide. And again, you're just stretching the spine. Don't think I go up. Think I grow longer. Exhale, lower back down. Tuck your toes under and come back to child's pose. So we'll speed that up, but for now it's very gentle, very soft. Child's pose, 5 deep breaths. Inhale deeply and exhale forward. And forehead stays down, deep breath, inhale. And exhale. And come back to that really smooth and powerful breath. So with every inhale, you feel like the breath moves energy. And same with every exhale. And one more breath cycle. And then lift your spine, come forward, knees are still wide, come right into Anahata Asana. Just 2 breaths here, stretch. Actively stretch that heart center. Slightly widen the inner thighs, and then take your gaze forward, slide onto the belly. Sphinx pose, 2 breaths, inhale deeply. Gently squeeze the forearms in. That'll engage the belly muscles, it'll help protect the back. So it's almost like you're trying to wrinkle your neck. Then lower back down, come into that Namaste mudra, arms overhead, forehead down, breathe. You can kind of wiggle the hips back and forth softly if that feels good. Release Namaste mudra, fingertips under the shoulders, wide cobra on the fingertips, inhale. Just 1 breath here, exhale. And tuck your toes under and press back to child's pose. Deep breath in. Exhale all the breath out. Just 3 breaths this time in child's pose. Stretch. Stretch from the fingertips and palms all the way to the sacrum. Really come back. Unite with your breath. Inhale, come forward. I forgot cat and cow last time, so bring the knees together. 2 rounds of cat and cow. Open the chest. Exhale, curl. Inhale and open. Exhale and curl. Open your knees wide. Anahata Asana, 2 breaths, stretch. Heart center moves down towards the ground. Armpits still are engaged. They lift up. You're not collapsing in the armpits. Lift the head, slide onto the belly. Sphinx pose. Gently squeeze the forearms together. See if you can find a little more of that tractioning in the rib cage. Reach the arms forward. Namaste mudra, forehead on the ground. 2 breaths here. And then slide the hands, fingertips under the shoulders. 1 breath in cobra on the fingertips. Lengthen. That's it. Exhale and lower down. And back to child's pose. Okay, so this time we're going to speed it up just a little bit. Just a tiny bit, excuse me. 3 breaths in child's pose to start. Exhale completely. One more breath cycle. And exhale. Inhale, cat and cow, 2 breaths. Move, I would say 20% faster. Not fast, 20% faster than we just did. Anahata Asana, stretch. Start to bring it into a flow, lift forward, slide onto your belly, Sphinx pose, stretch. Namaste Mudra, stretch. Palms gently press. Cobra, fingertips, stretch again. Everything becomes an extension, a lengthening. Lower back down and back to child's pose. 2 breaths. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. One more deep breath. And exhale. Inhale, cat and cow. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Last round like this before we add a step. Stretch, Anahata Asana. Heart center moves down. Inhale, slide forward onto the belly. Sphinx pose. Stretch, gently squeeze the forearms in. Slide the arms even further forward. Stretch, Namaste Mudra. Forehead down. Slide the hands under the shoulders. Sphinx pose. Stretch. Exhale, lower down. All right, tuck your toes under. And this time, instead of child's pose, we're going to come to, it's almost like a hybrid pose, a frog pose, and maybe down dog. So you're going to bend your knees. Knees are wide. And then you're going to slide the hands forward and come into a plank. So if you want to modify, you're going to keep the knees down in half plank. So modification, half plank. And for the modification, you go back to child's pose. Okay, so if you're watching, you do a child's pose and half plank. Or tuck your toes under. Hands are walk back. So it's like this frog position. Then slide forward into plank. Okay? And then you're going to bend your knees, pull the hips back, and slide forward into plank. So it becomes a kriya, which is basically just a repetitive movement. Walk the hands back, frog pose, slide forward into plank. One more time. Walk the hands back, frog pose, and slide forward into plank. From plank, take a deep breath, and then we continue where we were. Open the knees wide. Anahata Asana, just 1 breath. Slide forward, Sphinx pose, just 1 breath. Lower down, Namaste Mudra. Forehead down. Stretch and Namaste Mudra. Fingertip cobra. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Hands under the shoulders. Press back into child's pose or downward facing dog. So we'll repeat the same action, but now your option is to continue child's pose to half plank, or from down dog, we'll do the frog to full plank. Take 1 more breath. Walk your hands back slightly from down dog. Bend your knees, pull the pelvis back. Slide or walk the hands forward, plank pose. Lift the hips, walk the hands back, frog. Slide the hands forward, plank pose. 1 more time, we'll do it in 3s. Walk the hands back, frog. Slide the hips forward, plank pose. Bring the feet together. If you're in full plank, if in half plank, knees together. Take a deep breath, push. Lift the belly, and then lower the knees, open the knees wide, Anahata Asana. Melt the heart center. Lift the head, slide forward in a Sphinx pose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lower down. Prostration mudra, right? Palms together, Namaste Mudra. Inhale. Exhale completely. Cobra on the fingertips. Inhale, coil. Exhale and lower. Tuck your toes under. Back into down dog or child's pose. So we're going to keep adding here. 2 deep breaths. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Gently shake the head left and right on this next inhale and exhale. From downward facing dog, inhale, reach the right leg up a little bit, right? It doesn't have to be super high. Exhale, lower the right foot down. Switch sides. Reach the left leg up. It's just stretch. Exhale, lower it down. Okay, you're going to go back to frog or child's pose to half plank. Just 2 sets this time. So walk the hands back and lengthen the pelvis. Slide forward, plank. Walk the hands back. Come into frog position. Slide forward, plank. From plank, either lower the knees down and step your right foot forward, or press back into down dog. And repeat, lifting the right leg up. And then exhale, step it through. Lower the left knee down. Inhale and rise. Reach your arms up and pause. Imagine the arms are almost like waving in the wind, so they're not stiff today. It's very lunar, it's gonna be very feminine. There's a slight movement. Use that movement to adjust the outer right hip in, lift the pubic bone, and then come forward even deeper. If you need a block, you can grab a block. See if your right fingertips can touch the ground or a block, and reach the left arm over to the right. Open up through the left psoas and that left side of the body. If you have any tension in the groin, press your right heel down and try to slide that right foot back slightly towards the left. That'll bring any tension on the right side. It'll help lessen it. And then switch like a windmill. Now your left arm comes down to the inside. Your right arm reaches up. And you can reach up and over, or you can experiment. Reach forward a little bit. This is lunar, right? You can sway forward and back. Find that magical spot. It's about connecting to your intuition. So for me, a little sway forward and back feels good. And then you're going to take your hands down, and from here, we'll repeat our cycle. So knees wide, Anahata. Slide forward, Sphinx. Lower down, Namaste Mudra, forehead down, stretch. Stretch in this one. Fingertips under the shoulders, fingertip cobra. And then exhale back to down dog or child's pose. 3 breaths. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Relax the head left and right. Inhale deeply. And exhale fully. All right, reach the left leg up and step it through from down dog, or come down to a hands and knees pose and step the left foot through. As you step that left foot through from down dog, lower your right knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up. And again, find a little fluidity. So the action is from the core is where the arms move. My very awesome and very cantankerous ballet teacher when I used to take ballet was this like 80-year-old Polish man who was hilarious. But he would yell at us because he would say, your arms begin from your stomach and from your back, not from your shoulders. And I've never forgotten that. It's so true. So find a little bit of movement and then lower your left fingertips down to the outer left hip. Oh, I forgot to say, press the left heel down to avoid overacting the groin, right? Reach the right arm over to the left. Breathe, or feel free to sway just a little bit, right? Too much sway and we don't actually get into the movement that's healing. But just a little bit, a few inches is very healing. Switch, right fingertips to the inside. Left arm reaches up and over. And again, experiment. A little bit forward, a little bit back. See where your body could use this the most. And then release. Both hands come down. Back to Anahata Asana. Inhale, slide forward, Sphinx. Should be getting easier and easier to feel the stretch in this pose. Keep the legs active as you slide the arms forward in Namaste Mudra. Stretch the body. Palms gently touch. And then this time you can come into up dog if you're feeling it, or regular cobra, but find the back bend that feels soothing to you. Okay, so if you're doing cobra, I'm going to encourage you just a little bit of a sway. If you're doing up dog, no, because too much on the shoulders. Tuck your toes under and downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale all the breath out. Bring your heels in and toes out. Come back to that frog position. Slide your hands forward into plank. Inhale, walk the hands back into frog. Remember, you can do this from child's pose into half plank. One more time, inhale, walk the hands back. Exhale, slide them forward. Whether you're in plank or half plank, draw the feet together or draw the knees together if they're down. And then draw just a little bit. Bend that right knee if you're in full plank. And keep the right toes on the ground. Okay, engage the core, but slide the right knee up just a little bit. Slide it back. So if you're in hands and knees pose, same thing. You're going to keep the toes on the ground and slide the right knee up, and then slide it back. Okay? Repeat with left side. Keep the top of the foot on the ground, slide that foot up, so you're actually creating a little bit of resistance, and slide it back. Repeat right side, warming up the core, slide it up, and slide it back. And left side, slide it up, and slide it back. All right, press back into down dog or child's pose. Really use this opportunity to stretch the body. Whatever posture you choose, enable a stretch. Usually we think of enabling as negative, but Let's use the positive version of that thought. Take one more breath cycle. If you're in child's pose, come back to down dog, and everyone walk your hands back towards your feet, forward fold. Notice we tend to kind of either shift too far into the toes or too far back into the heels. Come right in the center. And then walk your hands. Walk your padas under your feet, your hastas, okay? So hands underneath feet pose. Stretch out the wrist. Inhale, stretch your heart forward. Exhale, relax the head and fold. If possible, straighten the legs and lean forward onto the wrist. So you can use your big toe especially to kind of massage around the thumb and that wrist connection. Take one more inhale, stretch. Exhale and fold. And then release your hands from your feet. Bend your knees and slowly roll up to standing, tailbone long as the body rolls all the way up. Good. All right. Let your palms face open. We're going to take one Qigong clearing. Inhale, let the arms open wide. And really, as if you're just sifting away anything that's cluttering the mind, right? Whether it's frustration or, worry or anything internal, let it go. Let's do that one more time, actually. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly drift in front of the body and let everything go. All right, come up to the front of your mat, to the top of your mat. I'm gonna face you to start, but you can face forward. Bring your left hand on your hip, reach your right arm up, move back a little bit, bend the elbow, bend your knees softly, and sweep around like you're catching a wave. Okay, so inhale, reach up, over, bend the elbow, and sweep. And then switch. Inhale, reach your left arm up, bend the elbow, and sweep. One more time. Inhale, reach out, up, bend the elbow, and sweep. Take your right hand, make a fist, put it on the tailbone sacrum. Bring your left arm up, all the way over and around. We'll just do 2 cycles. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, slowly around. As you come around, just switch arms. Take your left hand to your tailbone, reach the right arm forward. Inhale, come up, all the way over and around. Really feel like you're unwinding the spine. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Take your feet a little bit wider. So we'll play with that sweeping motion again. All the open up the side body. Give ourselves a nice stretch. So feet wide, knees can be soft, right? They don't have to be rigid, but you're not in a squat. And reach your right arm up. Bend the elbow, and this time come halfway into a forward fold. Instead of going in a full circle, come back the same direction you came. So come all the way up. That's it, and a half. Okay, we'll repeat the same side one more time. So inhale, reach over. Come all the way around. Again, you can bend the knees or not. Come half circle. And then slowly press through the legs to rise back up. Okay, switch sides. Bring your other arm up. Bend the elbow and sweep slowly over and around to the center. Almost feel like you're swaying, and then come back up the same side that you came. So the trick is not to come up by tensing the neck, which is habitual for a lot of us. To come up, when you come up, so come on down. When it's time to come up, press through the legs, use the belly, and then let the elbow tip. Let the elbow tip almost lift you up. So there's an energy from the elbow tip. Okay, and repeat. Take your right arm up, bend the elbow, come into a half circle, and come all the way back up. The movements might start to get faster. Lift from feet, legs, elbow tip. Switch arms. Reach your left arm up, bend the elbow, come into a half circle, and slowly come back up. So up to you now. You can repeat half circle, or you can go all the way around. If you go all the way around, which I'll demo, we will switch arms. Okay? So let's try that together. Bring your right arm up, bend the elbow. As you come down, switch, reach the left arm up and come around the opposite way. Good. Now reverse. Take the left arm up, over to the side. As you come down into center, switch, bring the right arm up and lift up. Good. One more time. Inhale, reach up, come down the center, switch arms. On your next inhale, lift up. Inhale again. As you exhale, reach over to the side. As you come down into the center, switch arms and lift all the way up. All right, hopefully that opened up a little bit in the upper body and side body. Heel toe your feet back in. One more qigong clearing. Inhale, bring the arms out and up. Clear away anything that's not yours. Let it go. Let it go. And go. All right. Into our lunar flow. So you can modify this any way you wish, right? I am going to demo planks, half planks. You can skip them if you want to. One arm opener. Take your left hand to your hip, reach your right arm up to the side, and just sweep around the front of the chest. Switch. Other arm opener. Take your arm to your hip, reach your arm over to the side, and just sweep around the front of the chest. One shoulder opener. Take your left hand to your tailbone. We did this earlier. Reach the right arm up and over, and then switch arms. Take your right hand to your tailbone. Inhale, reach the left arm up and over. From here, inhale, open both arms out to the sides. Palms touch, stretch like you did on your belly, stretch. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Step your left foot back, lower the left knee. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower the left arm to the left, reach the right arm up and over, maybe a little sway forward and back. Sweep the right arm down through the front, bring it down to the outside, reach the left arm up and over, maybe a little sway forward and back. Reach the left arm down, both hands are down. Option plank or half plank. Option, if you're in plank and you enjoyed those frog walk backs, walk your hands back to open hips and pelvis. Walk your arms forward. So the alternative to that is child's pose to half plank, okay? Child's pose to half plank. All right, so whether you're in half plank or full plank from here, now you can lower all the way down to the floor. You can repeat our sequence, right? Sphinx pose, if you wish, or you can go right into cobra or upward facing dog if you wish. And you can move the head just a little bit left and right in up dog, just don't move the shoulders. And then back to down dog or child's pose. Take a deep full breath, exhale completely. Make your movement soft. Inhale, reach your left leg up. You can do this from hands and knees pose. Exhale, step your left foot through. Right knee comes down. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, the right arm comes down to the outer hip. Reach the left arm. Kind of see, notice what's in there. Little soft movement. And then to go to the other side, come down through center. Lower the left arm, reach the right arm up. Over to the side, little soft movement. Kind of open up that outer right hip. Come down through center. Option, half plank to child's pose or full plank to frog, walking the hands back, sliding them forward. Just twice. Walking the hands back, sliding them forward. Option, come into Anahata Asana like we practiced or lower through chaturanga. Option, Sphinx, cobra, or up dog. And then exhale, down dog or child's pose. Take a deep full breath. Exhale all the breath out. Relax the head if you're in down dog. If you're in child's pose, rest the forehead on the ground. And then slowly walk your hands back towards your feet if you're in down dog. If you're in child's pose, curl up, straighten your legs, and then all of us curl up to standing. With the back of our mat, inhale, open the arms. Palms touch, stretch. Exhale, hands come back at the heart. Okay. From the back of the mat, right hand to hip. One of these arm sways, left arm over, curl in the chest. Switch, right arm out to the side. Right arm over, curl in the chest. Right hand, fist to sacrum. Left arm forward, all the way back. Switch. Left hand to sacrum, right arm forward, all the way back. Inhale, reach the arms out. Press the palms if possible, stretch, activate belly muscles. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, stretch. Exhale, bend the knees softly. Walk your hands either into down dog or child's pose. Lift the hips up and back, take a deep breath. And then we'll do one of those motions. So from plank, Or half plank. Walk your hands back into the squat. And then slide your hands back forward. From plank or half plank, option, Anahata, right, like we practiced, into Sphinx or lower down. Inhale, Cobra, Sphinx, or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From down dog, I want you to enjoy a little circular movement through the spine. So we'll practice this in hands and knees pose. As you inhale, you're gonna curl the spine around. And as you exhale, you're gonna draw the spine back. So it's almost like you're curling around, inching forward to the hands. And then on the exhale, lengthening the tailbone and the pelvis back. Okay, so from down dog, it looks like I'm moving from down dog slightly to plank. Okay, option is to do this in hands and knees. So I'm curling the spine forward, and then I'm bending my knees and pulling the hips back. And really what I want you to do is to get some movement in the spine. Take one more cycle. If this doesn't work for you, you're going to take cat and cow instead, excuse me. Exhale back to down dog. Step your feet together. Draw your right knee to your chest. Circle it, just a little circle to open up the hip and back around. And then switch. Switch a circle opposite direction, so out and then back into the belly. Lower the right foot. Left leg, bend the left knee. Circle, little circle, open up the hip, left knee around. Switch directions, circle, left knee out to the side and then back into the belly. Inhale, take a deep breath. Exhale completely. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, step it through. You can do this from hands and knees pose. One more time, left knee on the ground. This time, inhale, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, you're going to lower the palms by the sides and then turn the palms up as you lean forward. So this activates the posterior chain of the body. So my arms are moving. As they come forward, palms face in. Palms face towards each other as the arms stretch up. As I exhale and the palms start to clear my hips, the palms turn up to the sky and I lean forward. And we'll do that one more time. So inhale and rise. So it's a fluid vinyasa. Exhale and lower. From here, take your hands down, straighten your back leg, spin your back heel down, and this time we rise up into warrior one. Press down with the right heel, reach the arms out, stretch them up to the sky, your choice, or if the arms are feeling fatigued today, lower them down by your hips. So keep the chest rising. Okay, so if you're watching and you don't feel like lifting your arms, don't let the body curl. Keep the chest rising. Good. Take a deep breath. Exhale completely. We'll try that sweeping motion here. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, turn the palms up. Rest the chest over the thigh. Just one more time. Inhale, press through the right heel, lift the spine up. Exhale, turn the palms up to the sky and rest, chest over thigh. Okay, from here, lots of options. Hands down. Slide the right foot back. You can go into that frog, right? Or you're modifying, you're doing child's pose to a half plank. Take that movement twice. Inhale. And then slide forward, plank. From plank or half plank, you can come into Anahata or Chaturanga. From there, you can come into Cobra, Sphinx, or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. Relax the head completely. Move the head left and right a few times. And then if you enjoy that curling motion, curl the tailbone under, roll slightly forward towards the hands. And then bend your knees and as if you're pulling the spine straight, pull back. Okay, again, you can do this in cat and cow instead if you want, or curl slightly forward towards the hands, and then bend the knees and pull the hips back. Okay, second side. From hands and knees pose or from down dog, you're going to step the left foot through. So inhale, lift if you're in down dog. Exhale, step the left foot through. Bring your right knee down. Inhale and rise. And softly pulse 3 times. Palms come down the center, then palms lift up towards the sky as I lean forward. Good, inhale, lift up. Exhale, my body leans forward, but my arms press back. You should feel your mid-traps and rhomboids engaged. Muscles in between your shoulders. One more time, inhale and exhale. From here, hands come down. Stretch your back leg straight, spin the heel down, ground into the left heel, send energy through the left toes, inhale and rise, warrior one. So once again, find your comfort level. If the arms are feeling fatigued, I know it's Friday, relax. Let the arms feel heavy if they're relaxed, but let the spine feel light. Because when the arms are heavy, the shoulder blades move down the spine, right? When we're keeping the arms tense, the shoulder blades lift up. Okay, let's try that movement here. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. As you exhale, sweep the chest forward and the palms press up and back. You do this movement just twice, so inhale, reach the arms forward and up. And then exhale, sweep, press the palms back. Okay, last time to do this vinyasa. So your choice, plank to frog or child's pose to Anahata, or half plank rather. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you pull back. One more time, inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you pull back. Come into your plank or half plank. Option, Anahata, right, to Sphinx pose, or lower down to Chaturanga. Cobra, up dog, or Sphinx. Exhale, down dog, or child's pose. Once again, really relax the head. Move the head left and right a few times. Take a deep, full breath. Exhale completely. If you're in down dog, come into child's pose and keep it active, right? So keep it active by stretching through the fingertips. And this time attempting to slightly lift the pubic bone towards the tailbone, but then drop the tailbone even more energy down towards the pubic bone. So you'll feel the hollowing in that lowest part of the belly muscles, the transverse abdominals. And it'll feel like those muscles are wrapping themselves around, almost like your frontal hip bones are being moved towards each other, whereas the sacrum is expanding and widening. Okay, so it's like there's space here that wraps around and hugs the frontal hip bones in. Keep all that energy, walk your hands to the right. Relax the head, pull the left hip away, and then press through the left arm and the right arm. If you want to, you can bring your right palm on top of your left palm. If you did that, bring the right palm away from the left, stay low, walk your hands through center over towards your left. If you're pressing down both arms, press and pull the outer right hip away. Or you can walk your left palm on top of your right palm and push that right palm down a little. Walk your hands back into center and come on up. So sit back onto your heels. For me, I still need padding to do this. And I want you to sit with the knees parallel, okay? So not wide, knees parallel. And if possible, sit on the heels directly, or you need a little support, a blanket or a block, right? Underneath your calf muscles. All right. Reach your arms out to the side. I do want to go through a very gentle stretch series. Okay, so open the arms wide. Cross the left arm over the right, eagle arms. Reach the arms forward and up. And then you're going to coil into the belly. So use the belly muscles and slightly coil in. If I go too far, it's tense. If I go just to the sweet spot, it's nice. So don't think knees and elbows connect. Just think coil in until you feel a stretch. And then inhale, watch, you're going to open the arms and circle them around. Okay? All right, switch sides. Cross your right arm over your left, eagle arms. Inhale, you're going to lift up. And exhale, you're slightly coiling in, just stretching those outer shoulders. Take 2 more breaths. Use the belly muscles, relax the head, and then release the cross of the arms, almost like you're taking off a sweater, a heavy sweater. You're going to inhale, open the arms, and release out to the sides. Okay, we're going to add to that motion, and then we'll do it in standing. Palms face forward, almost like I'm holding 2 serving trays. And then I pull the arms back. almost as if I'm pulling those serving trays away from you. Then as I lean forward, I turn the fingers towards my waist and turn them back behind me. Wrap the arms around, cross the left arm over the right, and then inhale, open the arms around and release. Okay, we'll switch sides. Palms face forward, 2 serving trays. Pull the elbows, arms back. Turn the fingers towards the body, so you're internally rotating, and then bring the arms back behind you in internal rotation. Open them around, cross the right arm over the left. Imagine you're taking off a heavy sweater, and open and release. Okay, come up to standing. We're going to incorporate that movement. So, from standing, you can move any way you wish. Doesn't have to be graceful, but can be. Knee soft, and we're going to do that movement in and out of chair pose. So I'm going to show from the side for a moment. It's a soft chair. It's not a super deep chair. Okay, palms face forward. I'm going to bring the arms back, rotate the hands into internal rotation, reach them back around. Bring them around to the side, cross the left elbow over the right. And then as you take off that imaginary sweater, you're going to stand and take a little bit of a back bend and release. Okay, second side. Inhale, soft chair pose, reach the arms back. Internally rotate, reach the arms back behind you. Then out to the sides. Now cross the right arm over the left. And as I take off that heavy imaginary sweater, I stand and release. Good. Now do it fluidly, almost like it's a dance. Okay, so inhale, arms back, exhale around. Inhale, the arms cross. Stand all the way up, exhale and release. One more time. Inhale, soft chair pose. Arms back, exhale, arms around. Switch arms here. Inhale, stand. Exhale and release. Okay. Roll the shoulders up and back a few times. Roll the shoulders back and forward. Awesome. Okay. Come into not super wide, but a little bit of a goddess pose. Okay. So knees bent. Take your hands to your inner thighs. Lean forward. Not on the knees, right? Hands just above the knees. And then just twist. Stretch one arm. Doesn't matter what side you choose. Twist. Push down with both legs. Come back to center, inhale, and twist to the opposite side. And repeat, inhale through center, exhale and twist. And inhale through center, exhale and twist. Bring your hands down to the ground, so I'm still in a goddess pose in the legs. Walk your hands now towards your ankles and lift up the ankles. So if this is too much for your inner thighs, you're going to keep your hands on the ground and you're going to squeeze the heels in towards each other and activate the glutes, the outer hips, and the inner thighs. You're taking the second option. Your hands are going to go to your ankle bones and you're going to lift and then bend the knees and come down low. Not so low that my pelvis is below my knees, but notice it looks like my head is coming out from my legs. Take a deep breath and then relax the head. Move the neck left and right a few times. From here, release the arms, your legs get a break. Turn your feet to parallel and forward fold. Grab a hold of the outer ankles. Inhale, exhale, and fold. Move the head right and left. Soften. And slowly come on back down. Let's come in through a squat, malasana, so heels and toes out. Bring the palms together, lift the spine up tall. Just saw your dog. Exhale, lower down. All right, Anahatasana, soles the feet together. So option to do Uddiyana Bandha, which is a nice engagement of the pelvic floor. I'll explain if you haven't done it before. If that doesn't feel right, or if you're still feeling like there's food in the stomach, if you ate recently, you can skip the Uddiyana Bandha. It goes like this. Inhale through the nose, and I lift my spine up tall. Now as I exhale, I'm going to exhale quickly, forcefully through the mouth. So it sounds like this. Inhale, exhale. And I got to keep talking, which I can't do while I'm doing the pose. As I exhale, I'm going to draw the chin in, Jalandhara Bandha, and I'm going to curl the tailbone up a little, Mula Bandha. And then Uddiyana Bandha is here. You draw the navel to the spine, but you have no breath inside you because you just exhale.
As you draw the navel to the spine, this is a great pose for the low back. You're, again, activating the transverse abdominals. So you feel like you're widening the ribs and the hips around. Okay? So doing it together 3 times. Inhale through the nose. Exhale quickly, forcefully through the mouth. Jalandhara Bandha, curl the tailbone, hollow the belly, and hold. When you need to breathe, relax the belly and lift your head. Good. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth quickly. Jalandhara Bandha, Mula Bandha, and then Uddiyana Bandha. Draw the navel to the spine, hollow the belly. Feel like you're widening the outer hips. Hold. When you need to breathe, lift the head back up. Good. Last time. Inhale. Exhale quickly. Hollow belly. Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha. Hold. And then slowly bring the head back up. Great. All right, Janu Shavasana, stretch one leg straight. Keep the other foot where it is, and then draw the heel in towards the pubic bone. Reach your arms up tall. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Grab a hold of ankle or toes. Inhale deeply. Traction the rib cage. Exhale fully as you fold. Enjoy the breath. And if the body wants to move a little, you could inhale almost like an Anahatasana, softly gaze forward, and exhale, fold deeper. And then inhale, come on up. Open that leg out to the side. Draw the opposite heel in. Bring your hand to your ankle or your forearm to the inside. Reach the opposite arm up. Stretch it over. If this feels like it compresses the side body, you're going to come up a little higher, okay? And arm straighter, this arm. If it doesn't compress the side body, you can explore deeper. And even here, today, just a little bit of movement. So notice I'm not swinging. I'm just slightly moving. I'm finding that area where I feel, okay. And then I can hold into that. Now with the top arm, bend the elbow, almost like you're lifting the elbow up. See if that gives you a nice stretch in a slightly different area. You could, as you bend the elbow, take your hand to the back of your head and lean your head back. And if you did all that, release. Come down the center to release softly. Inhale like a mini Anahatasana. Exhale and fold. And then walk your hands over towards your knee. And you're going to come into pigeon pose, facing the opposite way. All right, so you're just going to come into like a lazy pigeon. Walk this leg back. Bring this front knee over. Take a deep breath here. And exhale, walk your forearms down and fold. We're not here for very long, so enjoy it. Breathe gently. Breathe especially into that outer hip, inner thigh of that front leg where the knee is bent. And then slowly come back. Come back the same way you came. So come back. You can bend that back knee, right? And then slowly stretch both legs straight. And just let the heels, either in unison or bringing the toes together. See what feels better. Just let the legs swivel back and forth. All right, second side. Draw your opposite knee in. Janu Shavasana with this torso aligned. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale and fold. If your body feels that pulsation of breath, you can inhale, slightly gaze forward. Exhale and curl in. And then walk the arms up. Keep the knee bent. Open your leg out to the side. Maybe draw the opposite heel in if there's no pain in the knee. Option, straight arm to straight leg or forearm to the inside. Again, if there's compression with forearm to the inside, straight arm to straight leg. Reach the opposite arm over and find just a little micro movement, right? Until you reach that space where the body just enjoys it. And then when you reach that space, bend the elbow. If you took that option, lift the elbow up a little higher. Imagine you're dripping honey from your fingertips into a bowl. Or if you take the head version, bring the back of your head to your palm, press the head back a little. Breathe. Keep the elbow lifting. One more breath, and then release. Walk your hands forward. Pause, take a deep breath. Exhale and fold. Then continue to walk your hands now towards your knees. You're moving into pigeon on the opposite side. Again, just a lazy, relaxed pigeon. Knee comes towards the hip. On the back leg, you're going to spin the pelvis forward. Take a deep breath. Exhale and fold. Savor the breath. And then come back into center. This time, bring both of your knees into your chest. Curl your forehead towards your knees. Turn yourself so that you can roll back in just a moment. If you need to adjust a pillow or anything for your head, do so. And then from forehead still to knees, curl slowly back. Bring the forehead back to the knees once you're on your spine. Inhale. Exhale, Shavasana, final resting pose. Softly move the head left and right. Option if you want to take a final twist, draw your right knee into your chest. And just for 2 breaths, twist the right knee across the body over towards the left. If you take this twist, experiment reaching the right arm up and overhead, and then back out to the side. A lot of soft pulsation today. Switch. If you're twisting, switch sides, bring your left knee in. Stretch the left leg across, left knee across the body over to the right. And experiment bringing the left arm up and overhead, and then back out to the left. Come back onto your spine. Stretch both legs straight. Let the legs open naturally. You can lean one shoulder, tuck the other shoulder blade under, lean to the opposite side, tuck the first shoulder blade under. And then move your head gently left and right until you come to neutral. And stay in Shavasana. I just sit up so I can talk you through it. Let your body completely relax. All that pulsating fluid movement today. It helps engage, I would say, if I'm going to bring a term to it, this sort of primal healing space, which we avoid when we create stuff from our mind, because we're using intellect for the most part to get through our day. We're not using intuition. So what I like about a flow pattern like this is hopefully you were able to breathe into different areas or experiment with slightly unusual movements in a way to open up spaces that normally don't get access during a very linear, classic, flow class. So now invite your consciousness into those areas that you opened. Invite the part of you that's not the physical body. Certainly it's not the intellect, it's not the mind. Nothing wrong with the mind, it's just not that. But it's this deeply creative, intuitive space. It's very feminine, it's very primal. Invite your consciousness, invite your awareness to inhabit that space. And just be receptive. Sometimes we receive a very specific image. Sometimes it's an emotion. Sometimes it's a color. Sometimes it's a very specific thought. Be receptive. And also be receptive that maybe this comes to you later on when you're watching the sunset today, or making dinner, or having a cup of tea. And then you get this sense of inspiration. Draw your awareness back to your breath. Notice the breath. Inhale as the spine, the chest, the belly expands. There's that rising action. As you exhale, there's that pulsation even here in the breath. Begin to increase your inhales and stretch. Bring one arm and then the other. Stretch, grow the body long. You can move the head from side to side. Gently roll over to your side. Come into a seated position.
Let your palms come together. Seal that creative energy, that influx into your heart. Take a gentle breath. Namaste. Thank you. Thanks for showing up and for participating and watching.